Imagine spending 2 straight hours carefully crafting the absolute perfect AI video prompt.
Oh, man. I know this exact feeling.
Right. You finally get 3 seconds of a sweeping cinematic masterpiece, and then the screen goes completely dark.
Because you're entirely out of credits.
Exactly. You're completely empty. Beat. The era of truly free AI tools is mostly an illusion.
It's just incredibly frustrating. You dial in the exact lighting you want, the camera starts moving perfectly.
And you think you finally nailed it.
Yeah, and then boom, you hit a hard paywall. It feels like running out of oxygen right before reaching the summit.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. I'm very glad you're here with us today. We're exploring a genuinely frustrating bottleneck in the creative process.
It's a huge issue for creators right now.
It really is. Every major platform claims they're democratizing video creation for free. But that free access usually operates on a highly restrictive, hidden meter.
Right, when every single video generation eats up your limited credits, the math just works against you. You hit your data limit way too fast.
The platform, Higgsfield, is a perfect example of this reality. The regular Synths 2.0 version still drains your credits incredibly fast.
And if you want an uninterrupted workflow, well, you have to open your wallet. Synths Unlimited is a completely separate, paid option.
You hit a paywall before your creative vision is fully realized. So what does this actually mean for you?
You need a strategy to get around it.
Exactly. Today, our mission is to build a survival guide. We want to help you bypass these immediate paywalls.
Which is why we're exploring 3 very specific platforms: SnapGen AI, Synths, and Google Flow.
They're 3 distinct tools, but if you combine them, they create a really robust ecosystem to keep your workflows moving.
Yeah, and without constantly asking for your credit card.
Think of AI video credits exactly like arcade tokens. If you walk into a massive arcade with only 5 tokens, you really need to know which machines give you free plays.
Otherwise, your pockets empty out in about 2 minutes.
Okay, let's unpack this. We'll start by looking at SnapGen AI.
SnapGen AI is all about immediate gratification. You don't have to jump through hoops to start. It actually offers true zero-credit video generation.
That sounds amazing, but there's a massive caveat there.
Yeah, there is. That zero-credit cost only applies when a specific free model is actively running.
So you start with SnapGen just to get your feet wet, but how does this actually work under the hood?
Well, the key word here is temporarily. SnapGen operates almost like a dynamic stock market. They host several heavy-hitting architectural models.
Like VO and Grok, right.
Exactly. They've got VO 3.1 Fast, VO 3.1 Lite, the standard VO 3.1, VO 2, and Grok Video.
But only certain models get that coveted free label at any given time. Right now, that label is sitting on VO 3.1 Fast and Grok Video.
Which can change at any moment.
Why do they do this? I mean, why offer a zero-credit window at all? It seems like a massive loss of server costs.
It's actually entirely about server load balancing and gathering human data. When demand drops during off-peak hours, they basically open the floodgates.
I see. So they let users generate for free to keep the models processing.
Right. But the second that computing demand spikes again, that free label instantly vanishes.
It's literally like happy hour at a crowded bar. You have to order while the models still have that promotional label.
Yeah, if you wait 10 minutes, the price might suddenly jump back up.
So you always have to verify the final cost before hitting generate. But what happens if a generation fails completely during this temporary free window?
That's the main drawback to SnapGen. If a generation fails, which happens a lot when servers are overloaded, you're stuck.
Do you just lose your spot in line?
Pretty much. You have to manually check their status page. Usually it means that specific model just went under maintenance to handle the load.
I see. So the free label is temporary. Always check costs before hitting generate.
Precisely. You have to stay incredibly agile. SnapGen is fantastic for quick experiments, but you can't build a reliable schedule on it.
Let's talk about testing these models. Our source uses a highly specific test prompt for this. An astronaut walking through a neon-lit Tokyo alley at night.
Right. Light rain is falling. Colorful neon signs are reflecting directly on the wet pavement.
And the camera follows smoothly from behind. Now, this sounds visually cool, but this is a deliberate stress test, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Generative video AI really struggles with object permanence, keeping a subject looking the exact same between frames.
Right.
By adding a tracking camera, you force the AI's latent space to constantly redraw the entire 3D environment.
And the wet road reflections. That seems computationally intense.
That is the ultimate torture test for digital physics. Light reflecting dynamically on a wet surface while a camera moves requires insane calculation.
If the architecture is weak, it'll just glitch out.
Exactly. The puddles won't look like actual water, they'll just morph into a blurry mess.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
They also offer a setting called first frame mode, right?
Yes. That locks your video's beginning to one specific uploaded picture. It helps ground the AI before it calculates the movement.
Which is incredibly helpful. But as we said, this zero credit model is volatile. You need actual infrastructure for a full project.
Right, you need guaranteed volume, and that's where the ecosystem of synths becomes necessary.
Synths is a completely different beast. They offer something that sounds almost absurd. Over 2,000 free video generations every single week.
Plus unlimited image generation.
Wait, 2,000 a week? That sounds way too good to be true. Compute power is scarce. What's the catch here?
Well, they're definitely harvesting your data. To unlock those 2,000 weekly Symphony credits, you have to upgrade to a Plus account.
Okay, and how do you do that?
You are strictly required to connect an active TikTok Ads Manager account.
So this is explicitly a pipeline for digital marketers. They're subsidizing your video creation to lock you into their ad ecosystem.
Exactly. It's a brilliant, aggressive business model. They give you the heavy machinery to build high-volume output.
Like text-to-video and talking avatars.
Yeah, and they have a fascinating tool called Product Avatar.
I want to unpack that product avatar feature. You could take a single flat image of a product and turn it into a dynamic ad video without writing a text prompt.
It's wild. It uses a specialized visual embedding process.
How does it generate video without any prompt instructions?
It mathematically analyzes the geometric data of your product image. It isolates the subject. Then it maps that two-dimensional image onto a 3D temporal space.
It basically places your flat image into a virtual 3D room that knows how lighting should behave.
Yes. It skips the language processing layer entirely. It's highly efficient for churning out variations of a single shot.
That's massive for production speed. But let's look at their standard text-to-video feature. The test prompt here is a young woman walking through a city street at golden hour.
Cars pass in the background. Her coat moves gently in the wind.
Cars pass in the background. And warm sunlight reflects on the glass buildings. Again, we're pushing the physics engine hard here.
We really are. A side-tracking shot with intersecting background movement forces the AI to calculate physical depth.
It has to know the cars are far away.
Exactly. And asking for the coat moving in the wind is deliberately testing cloth simulation. Consistent fabric physics are notoriously difficult.
Often, a coat will look like it's melting into the character's legs.
Yeah. If synths can keep the face, the clothing, and the background stable, it proves their model has strong spatial awareness.
But with all this heavy lifting, mapping 3D space and cloth physics, there has to be a trade-off.
Oh, there is a huge trade-off.
With all these features running at once, how does that impact the actual user experience?
It creates a massive bottleneck. Video generation on synths can take a painfully long time. The rendering queue backs up significantly.
Especially when you're just trying to test minor variations.
Yeah, you might wait 10 minutes just to see if a small tweak worked.
More features mean slower generation times and a steeper learning curve.
That's the ultimate trade-off for having everything housed in one unified ecosystem.
Beat. Let's take a quick pause here. Sponsor play. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're unpacking the frustrating reality of free AI video platforms.
We just looked at SnapGen AI for quick experiments and Synths for slow, high-volume marketing pipelines.
But sometimes you don't need 2,000 decent videos. Sometimes you just need one truly breathtaking shot.
Right. You want access to a top-tier foundational model like VO, but you absolutely refuse to pay a massive monthly subscription.
That leads us perfectly to our third platform today, Google Flow. Flow takes a radically different philosophical approach.
Instead of unpredictable happy hours or complicated ad integrations, a free account simply receives 50 new credits every single day.
It's a highly reliable daily drip feed. 50 credits isn't a massive amount, though.
No, it's not, but it forces a very specific type of user behavior. It makes you deeply intentional about your prompting.
You can't just spam the generate button and hope for a lucky accident. You have to treat every single credit as a valuable resource.
Let's talk about the actual output quality here. Flow utilizes the VO model, which is incredibly powerful.
The test prompt is a cinematic shot of a red sports car. It's driving aggressively along a coastal road at sunset.
Crucially, the camera tracks it from a very low angle. Warm sunlight dynamically reflects off the car and the moving ocean waves.
2-sec silence. Whoa. Imagine it calculating every ocean reflection in real time. We're talking about millions of tiny, shifting light sources.
It is genuinely staggering. VO is basically attempting to simulate a full ray-traced environment inside a neural network,
It handles forward momentum and complex camera parallax from that low angle.
all perfectly synchronized in a single fluid scene.
But relying purely on text to get that perfect shot is incredibly risky, especially with only 50 credits.
Which is why Google Flow includes their image-to-video workflow. It's fundamentally changing the game.
Just to clarify the jargon here, image-to-video workflow means using a static picture as the starting point for a video.
Exactly. You upload a highly detailed reference image first. That locks in the most computationally heavy visual variables right from frame one.
The AI no longer has to guess what the sports car looks like.
Right, you hand it the literal blueprint.
So you upload the perfect image. Then your text prompt just focuses purely on the kinetic movement. You just write, the sports car starts moving slowly.
You're effectively offloading the visual design to the image and letting the AI focus entirely on calculating the physics of the movement.
Which is brilliant for conserving your daily allowance. It drastically reduces the chance of the AI hallucinating random objects.
It creates a much safer boundary for the model.
Even with that anchor, though, I have to admit something. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself.
Oh, it is so deeply frustrating.
You get the car moving right, but suddenly the sun starts melting into the ocean, or the camera angle arbitrarily flips upside down.
It's the universal struggle of generative AI right now. The model's memory of the first frame degrades over time.
The math literally drifts away from the starting point.
That's why your first few generations with Flow should just be rough composition tests.
Which brings up a very practical issue. With only 50 credits a day, what's the smartest way to tweak a video that didn't come out right?
The absolute biggest mistake people make is rewriting their entire prompt out of frustration.
So what should they do instead?
Only change the specific variable that failed. If the car looks great but the movement is weird, just tell the camera to move slower.
Don't rewrite the whole prompt. Just fix the exact part that looks wrong.
Exactly. Isolate your variables like a scientist running an experiment. If you change 5 descriptive words at once, the AI reimagines the whole scene.
That's the only way you survive on 50 credits a day. Beat. So let's step back and look at the big picture here.
We've mapped out a real strategy to navigate these digital paywalls.
You absolutely don't have to rely on a single expensive platform. You just need to match the specific tool to the specific phase of your project.
Right. If you're brainstorming and need immediate feedback, you watch the market on SnapGen AI.
You strike when models like VO 3.1 Fast display that free label.
But when you lock in a concept and need massive variations, you shift over to Synths.
You connect your TikTok ads account and leverage those 2,000 weekly credits.
And finally, for absolute precision and top-tier cinematic quality, you rely on the daily 50 credits from Google Flow.
You use static images to strictly anchor the model and carefully isolate your prompt changes.
The golden rule across all 3 platforms is hypervigilance. Always check the actual credit cost before you click generate.
It's all about working smarter within artificial constraints. But here's where this entire ecosystem gets really interesting.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you ever stopped to think about why these massive tech companies are offering free access to begin with? Beat Powell. Compute power is the most expensive commodity on the planet, yet they're willingly giving it away to us.
Well, because we are the actual product. They aren't giving us a gift. They're extracting massive amounts of human feedback.
Exactly. Every single time we tweak a prompt because a car looked weird, we're providing valuable training data.
We're teaching these neural networks what genuine human creativity looks like.
We're showing them exactly how to correct their own physics engines.
We are doing their global quality assurance testing entirely for free.
Which leaves us with a fascinating, slightly unsettling question to mull over. What happens to these massive platforms when the AI finally understands exactly what we want on the very first try?
When it no longer needs our trial and error data.
Will these digital credits even matter then? Or will the entire concept of human-prompted video become completely obsolete?
That is a profoundly heavy thing to consider as we keep testing these tools.
It fundamentally changes how you view that illusion of free software. So keep experimenting with your prompts. Keep pushing the technical boundaries of these models.
And protect your arcade tokens while they still matter.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time. Tiro Music.